Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Press Playbook, where we bring on a different BAM team member each week to highlight some of the rad placements they're getting for their clients. This week, we have on Emily, who recently helped get her client Voice Run a placement in the Boston Business Journal. Let's see how she did it. Emily, so happy to have you on.
Yeah, so excited to be here. And we also have a special guest, Roxy, on my lap. So if you see a little head pop up, that's my dog.
Yes, dogs always welcome. Dogs are always welcome on this pod. Well, Emily, why don't we jump in? Tell us a little bit about you, your role at BAM, what you do, all that stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. So first off, I'm Emily Amadeo, a senior account manager here at BAM, based in South Carolina. I've been with the company for close to 4 years and have been in PR working with both B2B and B2C companies for 9 years now. And my responsibilities here include being an account lead where I manage media strategy and day-to-day comms with our clients.
So, for this episode, we're talking on Voice Run. So, give us a little bit of a breakdown about them, what they do, what their product is, so we can get that full background here.
Yeah, absolutely. I would say they're definitely more on the deep tech side. So I'll keep this more high level, but Voice Run is a full stack enterprise platform for voice AI that is helping organizations across sectors like restaurant tech, insurance, and banking to essentially support the development of enterprise grade voice systems.
And tell us about what you are pitching. And maybe also, what were the internal conversations happening between BAM and Voice Run to get you guys this placement in particular?
Yeah, definitely. So our focus was pitching out their 5.5 million seed round. And at first, we were having some challenges garnering an exclusive. So we were working closely with the client on brainstorming other ways we could pivot that angle and had a bigger discussion around how Boston is becoming a hub for AI companies, specifically for voice AI. So Voice Run is actually based in the area along with other competitors such as Suno, Posh, and Maven. So we all agreed that we viewed this as a strong local angle, just given the rise of tech organizations in Boston. And we all aligned on identifying the Boston Business Journal as our top target. So from our end, we reached out to Eli Chaffez, who's a reporter at the Journal, and he covers startups and innovation. And which this beat lines up perfectly for Voice Run. So when we reached out to Eli, he got back to us within a couple of days and he was eagerly interested in speaking with the CEO, Nick. So we coordinated that interview, and the reporter actually wanted to speak with the leading investor, Flybridge, to learn more about the Boston tech landscape from an investor's perspective. So we always recommend, just in general, for funding announcements, if you're able to have that leading investor available, that is key since a lot of reporters will love to have that bigger industry conversation with them.
Let's pull up that pitch on your end. Let's share your screen here to go over that because it's very the expansion of AI right now is huge. And I feel like it is going to start getting so difficult to stand out when everything is having it right now. Everything is integrating it. So run us through this pitch here. I know you did that a little bit right now. Run us through this. Tell us what you think you guys did really well, why this landed. Let's go through this just so everybody can see here.
Yeah, definitely. And I think the biggest challenge in general as being publicists when we are pitching out announcements, we try to provide as much information in the upfront. But what we've been seeing as more successful is keeping the pitch straight to the point. We like to keep it to 2 to 3 paragraphs most. And we try to make sure that the subject line is very straight to the point and direct for what the reporter is most interested in. So we did lead within the subject line that, right, this story is going to be focused about the AI boom, specifically in Boston, and offering that exclusive of our clients' seed funding announcement. So in the upfront, we always like to lead with what's the industry challenge? What's the story that we are really pushing out? Because reporters, based on feedback that we received from them, is that they're looking at the first, 2 to 3 sentences. And then if it's not lining up of what they essentially cover, they're going to move on to the next pitch. So we were just really highlighting the rise of voice AI in Boston and mentioning those competitors I mentioned earlier, along with Voice Run. And then in the second paragraph, we provided some more context of Nick, who is the CEO of Voice Run, of his professional career and how it led him to building Voice Run and helping out these enterprises where they're having difficulty of deploying voice AI systems since they're usually stuck in that pilot mode and, just helping them out, figure out how to get out of that challenge. And then just for this last paragraph, we usually like to offer like, hey, we're aiming for the announcement to go live by this date, but we're usually flexible. And once again, we did offer up the leading investor from Flybridge for an interview as well.
And remind me, was this a reporter somebody you guys have previously had a relationship with before?
No, so this was our first
Right.
time. During that interview, Nick, the CEO, is amazing. He is such a great person to have any type of conversation with. So he was really building up that relationship with the reporter. And I believe they were going to the same event the week after. So it was just nice to have that face to face time.
That's amazing, and it's nice when your founder is a huge asset.
Absolutely.
Straightforward. So that's amazing, and I appreciate in this pitch that flexibility. This is something that we've been hearing more is it is about that collaboration. It's not just, "This is what we have coming out. Are you gonna cover it or not?" It's, "This is what we have. We'd love to work with you. How does this align with your schedule? Is this something you're interested in?" And I think in that last sentence, you even said, "Let me know your thoughts on this," or, "Let me know what you think." I think it's that collaboration that reporters are really starting to appreciate, especially now because they're getting so inundated that they don't want it to be transactional. It's, "Hey, let's build this relationship. How can we make this work together? How can we make this, something that's a little bit more interesting to your beat? Who do you want to talk to?" All of that. So this is a great pitch here. And what was the client's reaction, Emily? Where obviously they're always excited, but what was their overall sentiment to this?
Yeah, no, they were very excited about this, given that the Boston Business Journal is such a fantastic publication. I would definitely say it's one of those top tier ones in the local area. And he was just excited because I believe that they are also planning to hire some more people and they're trying to bring more people back into the office. So this was just really great for his company to have more of a presence in the area and letting everyone know, hey, we're continuing to see Boston becoming more of this tech hub and we want to build on that and start bringing people back into the office. So overall, really great reaction. They also shared across on LinkedIn as well, and he shared that they got really good engagement on this as well.
Nice. We love companies that are starting to build and scale internally. It's very, very fun. Well, Emily, to close out this podcast, for any founders who are listening, what tips, or let's actually rewind. What's your number one tip for landing press as a founder?
Yeah, definitely. So my advice to a founder is I would say having patience, open to different angles, and be prepared with key assets such as having an investor or a customer available to speak with media. And do you want to note that sometimes pushing out an announcement, specifically funding, can take time to find the right reporter and a story that lands, but the wait is definitely worth it once you see that coverage come through.
I love that. I'm so happy for Voice Run. This was such a great piece for them. I'm glad it gained that traction, something that they can share. Emily, thank you so much for hopping on and being here and going through all your tips and tactics for this placement. So happy to have you.
Yeah, thank you so much.